On Monday, where I am long on thoughts but short on time. 8th grade. It was a total nightmare. The film, on the other hand, simple and lovely, and maybe in parts even scarier than Hereditary. Yeah, A24 really has a way to disguise their horror films. But in this touching, at times hilarious week in the life of film, the fear, specifically the anxiety, bubbles up constantly from the simplicity of quiet, alone moments which are brought front and center, inviting me onto that stage or into that world that I at once remember and understand. Therefore, when I was anxious, I experienced it simultaneously as an adult for a child and as the memory of me as a child. Pure moments of edge of my seat vulnerability. Not awaiting the jump scare, but for a chance to breathe, to get home. Home. More on that in a second. First, stand-up comedian Bo Burnham, in another director-writer debut, see Hereditary, stated that, quote, "Everyone's acting like 8th graders on the internet. The culture seems like it's existing on an 8th grade level," and ended up finding his voice for his story through Kayla, an 8th grader who, quote, "is drowning in the cultural standards set by the viral sensations." Burnham, as one who rose to fame as a viral sensation, seamlessly girds his narrative with these standards, pressures, fears, paradoxes with great fluency and facility, poignantly hitting home by framing episodic moments in Kayla's life with her video diaries poised as advice for others. Burnham's statement also reveals that online life is a great place for sharing information, but a disjointed place for empathy and personal growth. Which reminds me of what I mentioned earlier about anxiety, inability to breathe, waiting for home, to be home. Home is where you can breathe, relax, be comfortable, a place ready for you, where everything feels like it's yours, maybe even made for you. And the relationships of or with home are those where Dr. Keller points out we are fully known and truly loved, which is what we need more than anything. In contrast, 8th grade, the film and life experience becomes synonymous for not home, not relaxed, not comfortable, not ready, feeling not fully known and truly loved. This exposes one reason why in online life we act like 8th graders. We can get confused and end up looking for home in places not designed to carry that weight. So when this happens, we end up anxious, fear-fueled, and awkwardly caught in the midst of growing while having to seem perfect and done. Saying this, yes, the film is bright, nimble, and shrewd, just like our wonderfully empathetic character Kayla, who is presented with such care throughout the story. Elsie Fisher, award season, is effortlessly normal, awkward, shy, young, rather than 30 and airbrushed. She's, well, just herself. The self she talks to and from in her brilliant videos. Online algorithms may catalyze our mistaken supersessions of likes with worth, but as we follow this internally angst-ridden week in Kayla's life, we see that the true impact isn't by going viral, but by being open, brave, awkward, imperfect. Ourselves. Mr. Rogers reminds us it's you I like. And here, Burnham gives us a practical story of how that plays out. And from this posture, we can finally breathe, relax, and, well, just be home. This brings me to my favorite sinews of the story, the relationship of Kayla and her dad. In their relationship, we see that awkward isn't something that we should hope to grow out of. Josh Hamilton, who plays Kayla's dad, is no less awkward than his daughter. He loves her, waits for her, even if he totally doesn't get her. He does, though. They both awkwardly love one another. A perfectly imperfect home, one that points to banishing our fears and filling the vacuum with hope. Hope for the perfect home, which is what we truly need and desire. And that's it for me. Thanks to Bo Burnham for making this moment super meta right now. And, well, awkwardly, I embrace it. And that's my Monday. Now back to yours.